Okay, we're live. All right. Listen, I'm in the Christmas spirit. Here's the fact I look like a Christmas wreath. Okay, so who do we have in the building? Merry Christmas, raindrops, happy holidays. We definitely have a jam-packed show tonight. Let me do some quick shout outs, and I want to bring on the rest of the panel. All right, we got Gemini Fears just talking about the picture frame. Y'all already starting out messy. Okay, we got Carlton 204. Okay. Arseny Eggs, who do y'all think the reality star of the year that Carlos interview is? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so raindrops. Tomorrow at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my YouTube, I am announcing who the reality star of the year is. It's a one-on-one interview with this person. Let me know in the comments who y'all think it is. Okay? Okay, we got some Karen Huger. Okay, who else y'all got? Stacy. Okay, Drew Sadora. All right. Okay. Nene Leaks. All right. Oh, baby, let me tell y'all something. Toya's having a great season, and we're only 4 episodes in. We're gonna talk about that with Claudia, Blue, and Dustin too. All right. Okay. Somebody said Wendy. All right. Okay, these are some good. Somebody said Angela Oakley. Okay, so look. This is for Dustin. Somebody said Cookie. Yes. Cookie, your name has been in the streets of the blogs lately. Cookie, what you? Girl, Cookie is in trouble. Okay, we got Ray J. Okay, all right. And Portia. All right. So look. You're gonna find out tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My one-on-one interview with the person that I have crowned as the reality star of 2025. Okay. Subscribe, hit the notification button. Let me bring on the panelists because I also want to get their guesses as well. Okay, so ladies, gentlemen, gays and theys, give it up for my lovely panel. Dustin Ross, Claudia Jordan, and Blue Telusma.
Hello.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? Ho.
Ho.
Hey, you know this. What's up, y'all? Ladies, you look beautiful. Carlos, you look so handsome. It's good to be
You
with
look
y'all again
amazing
tonight.
as well in your
Thank you.
Casablanca. I'm loving it.
Thank you. Oh, I love one too. You know what's up.
Dustin, I need you to be a ringtone. I need Dustin's voice to just wake me up in the morning. You look beautiful.
I can just call you. Baby, get your ass up.
Dustin,
Get
you
your
could
ass
sell,
up, baby.
you could sell like audio, like affirmations where you just like tell women and men, you know, you look
Thank
beautiful,
you.
whatever, because you do have a sexy ass voice. No one's
I
asking
want
me
to
to do
be.
that with my raspy ass voice. That ain't happening. But
There's
you,
a market for
I
that,
want to be
Claudia.
boy 6. Spike Lee need to call me. We need to do boy 6.
not boy 6.
No, actually, I feel like I want Hot 97 to call you.
That
Me
part.
too, man. Me too. Congratulations to the
their
new talent. Shout out to the new talent. Congratulations to them. I think it's an incredible opportunity, and I love that it represents. I hate that a door may be closing for some people, but I love that it represents a new portal for people. Put me in, coach. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to be on the radio. Being on New York radio is a dream of mine. So of course I would love for them to ring my bell. God damn it. You can ring my bell.
Dustin, have you
Okay.
had any meetings with the New York people?
No, I haven't. They need to
I
tap my shoulder, man. What's
I
wrong with
got
these
you.
motherfuckers?
You know, you just need an intro. I know someone that started Wendy off. That's a program
Word.
director in New York, Skip. And my friend Tallis is now working with
Word.
him.
What's up, Skip?
I'm gonna send him a message about you because you're right
All right,
there.
bet.
You know,
Thank you. I would love to do it. Let's do it. But shout out to everybody that got that opportunity. I think it's dope for them. Super dope.
Yes. Yes, and
Mhm.
and someone said, Dustin, your show was amazing.
Oh, thank
Um,
you so much. Great show this weekend. Shout out to Detroit. Shout out to the Comedy Bar at the incredible, beautiful Norwood. Which, fun fact, if you know, you know, the Norwood is right across the street from the Woodward, an iconic night spot in Detroit nightlife that has now been bulldozed. I
yeah.
went and passed out. It was a big hole where the Woodward was. I had to. That was a nightlife standard if you was black and practicing homosexual on the weekends. And so,
Wait,
like,
wait.
if you know what I'm
Practicing
saying.
homosexual. Here
So
comes Carlos.
yeah, on the
I love
weekends, but I
practicing
had to go.
homosexuality.
Look, Carlos, I had to go pay my respects. You know what I'm saying? I went and just looked at the hole in the ground, like, damn, we
Did
some
you
Look
go
shit.
at
You
the
remember
on?
when
hole.
Samantha? You remember when Samantha told Carrie's apartment goodbye in the Sex and the City movie, and she was like, "Man, some shit has gone on here." That's all I could say when I looked at that hole in the ground. But shout out to
Damn.
Detroit and much love to the Raindrops that was in the building. I love y'all.
A lot of people in the comments saying
Yes.
they know that spot. They definitely know
Yup.
that
Oh,
spot.
it's a
See?
staple. It's a staple.
Staple.
I got a few numbers that
Uh-huh.
they
You
were
did.
back in my day. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely
Yep.
the hot spot for the black gays. So okay, so
Yeah.
listen, we are here celebrating the holidays. So before we
Mm.
get into the mess of the week, how are you all celebrating your holidays? Starting off with Blue.
Oh, well, I'm dressed like the Grinch. Hello, everybody. It's balance, right? Balance. I'm starting off the holidays moving into my new 3-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom house. I'm very excited.
Pop it, Blue. Pop
Yes,
it.
I know. Mama's been saving money. So
That's wonderful.
Congratulations.
but it's lots of
Hell
stairs.
yeah.
That's
So
what's
that's
up.
Yeah.
That's so exciting. Congratulations. That's super
Thank
dope.
And that's
you.
good because you can look sexy and switch going up the steps. So that's good.
That's
I'm
true.
glad I like you got a lot of steps. That's good for you.
Yeah,
Yep.
we like
I'm gonna have a high booty by the end of next year because of the steps in the
That's
house. But
right.
that's in the house.
You can
Ooh.
look like
I will
you
say
can look
this
like
though.
that
Wait,
lady walking into the new year. You know the lady walking into the new year
oh,
over
the lady. Don't play me like that. I am not a
Claudia, wait, Claudia, do you know what he's talking about with the
Yeah.
please?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every year they change the year. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Is she alive? I think for 2026 she's not coming back. I will say this: if you're a black
Mhm.
woman in a nice neighborhood, because it's like a new gated community, expect your
Mhm.
white contractors to judge you, even though they're contractors. So I wasn't ready for the subtle racism of the help. That was interesting.
Like, what do they
Mhm.
say? What do they do?
They'd be like, "So is this your house? You sure?" Like
Oh.
they'll come from TaskRabbit for $50 an hour and then want to interrogate me about if it's yeah.
Oh,
So it's been,
I love stunting on people like that. And I let them
Mhm.
come in and see my studio and be like, "Oh, you don't know who I am?" Just stun on them real quick and be like, you must not be familiar. Like, just stun on them. Like, if they try to make you feel bad, make them feel bad. Fuck them. I'm not letting
Right.
nobody play in my face. You're not gonna make me feel small. You're not gonna even try it. If you try it, I'm gonna give you that Aries energy. You
That's
come at me
right.
with a 2, I'm coming back at you at a 9 or a 10.
That's right.
I
Nice.
believe that.
Okay. So
Um,
Claudia, what are you doing for the holidays?
going to my brother's house in DC if I can get rid of this flu. I was in Vegas Friday. Me and the girls, me, Tracy Edmonds, and Rada, and Gwendolyn all went to Vegas just for the night. And we went to Jeezy's show, and it was like black tie.
Ooh.
Let me tell you something. What the hell is wrong with everybody being so negative? So we ran into Dr. Brian out there, right?
You knew you were gonna mention this.
I don't know. Like we're like don't know each other like that. Like we're definitely very cordial when we see each other. We might be doing something soon in
Mhm.
March. And we took a picture together. When I tell you the picture went viral, people were like making think pieces on if she was inappropriately dressed because she had a lace outfit on, which was very revealing, right? But then like they
It's
dragged
Vegas.
it is Vegas and it's a hip hop, right? It's Vegas, right? Yes, it's Vegas. Like,
Oh, Carlos, you are so messy. Carlos. Carlos.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, well, I
Okay,
mean,
we can
grow
see her
up.
vulva,
Shit.
Carlos. Pull it back. We can see her vulva. Put it back. Pull it back. Pull it back.
Y'all ain't never seen a
wait,
woman
can you
in
show
an
my
outfit
cute
like
ass
that.
purple Jessica Rabbit dress? Titties is popping
Yeah.
and high up. But anyways, but why they drag? What I don't like about that is they dragged everybody else
Mhm.
into the conversation, and made it a you all thing and you didn't tell your girl what to wear. She is a grown woman. She was gonna wear whatever she wants to wear. We didn't go together. It's not like I was in her hotel room with her. Like, you should wear this. Like, I ran into her and we took a picture. Yes, whether it was a lot or not a lot. Like,
She looked cute.
I didn't like my friends.
Amazing.
I didn't like my friends and myself being collateral
Grouped
damage
in,
of
yeah.
the conversation. And then people got very comfortable. Oh, they're whores, or they're looking to try to get with Jeezy. It became a whole thing when it started with just a fun girls trip to cheer up to my girls that are going through some shit. And it just turned into like them getting dragged to the crosshairs of people being so critical. And the people being critical, one girl was in a bonnet in a wrinkled up sweatshirt talking all this shit about us. And I'm just like, I'm just tired of it coming from us. You don't have to like what she had on, and you can definitely think it wasn't appropriate. I'm not saying you can't think that.
But
But I don't give a fuck
I
what you
challenge.
think.
Yeah, I challenge them. Listen, and I don't think I have this wrong, but if I have this wrong, I apologize in advance. I like Dr. Bryant. We follow each other on Instagram. I love what she has to say. From my understanding, though, I do believe she's not a doctor. I believe that's what she has said. Blue, do I have that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
The mental health community, the girls have thoughts around her calling herself a doctor.
Okay. So number one, she's not a doctor, although she goes by Dr. Brian, so I get that. Number two, it's not like she's meeting with a patient or she's
Right.
meeting, like she's out and about, and I don't know. I just feel
Vegas.
like there's a separation
In
between.
Vegas.
Yeah, she's
Can
in
I just say
Vegas.
though, she came
Go
to the
ahead.
Hollywood Unlocked Awards dressed similar, so it's not just Vegas.
At the Hollywood Unlocked Awards.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm over it, right? If that's what she wants to wear and that's how
It's just
she
how she
feels
dressed me, yeah.
comfortable, who gives a fuck? She looks good. Let her wear that. Why are y'all trying to tell her what she can and can't wear, especially in Vegas? And even at the Hollywood Unlocked Awards. So what? That's her body. She want to show it off. Let her cook.
She looked
I
good
don't see
though.
what the
I'm not
problem
hating. She
is.
looked really
Like,
good.
and don't and turn your ass around. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to see it, don't look at her ass. I'm tired of that. I
Again,
hate that. I hate that. I hate all of that.
again, whether you liked what she had on or not, like, it's the policing of like
Right.
it's exhausting. Like, I mean, you don't have to like what she had on, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to think it's appropriate. She did. She wanted to wear it. She's grown. If that's how she wanted to like go to the Yeezy concert and then club after party in Las Vegas, then that's what she
Yeah.
could have on. It's not like she was going to the mayor's ball in that. And you know, I don't know. I don't clock and tell people how they should be dressing. And you know, I'm gonna take a picture with you. I'm gonna rock with you. I'm not gonna judge you and be like, oh, you look. You know, I wasn't. She was very kind to us, and I go by how people treat me. And I don't like. My main point is dragging my other friends into it that had nothing to do with her outfit. That's what pissed me off. It just made me
Yeah.
mad that they just want to blanket throw us all in one box, and I just thought that wasn't cool. You know what I
Fuck
mean?
them
Like, that's
people, friend.
Can
Fuck
I
them
ask you a
motherfuckers.
question? Can I ask you all a question, Claudia included? I think that she's a beautiful woman. I also do think that some of the therapists who make fun of her for not being licensed enough, there's a little bit of hateration in some of their critiques that I've noticed. I'm like, ooh, it feels like you're a little bit mad that she's cute and doing stuff. And though, what do we think about the Ice Spices who show up to the Nickelodeon Children's Award wearing a similar outfit? Because there are places where I do care, like you slapping cheeks in a
Yeah.
see-through dress. With children,
Yeah.
that does feel different, right?
That's general decency and general just manners and being appropriate versus inappropriate. Where they
Yeah.
were, Claudia and Dr. Brian were, that was not a children's event, that was an
Wasn't
adult
children's.
concert. The music got a motherfucking sticker on the front of it. You know what I'm saying? So your kids need to be at home, and your kids shouldn't be on Instagram looking at them pictures any damn way. I'm just over it. I hate, to me, much like a lot of other situations that I won't get into without going too deep. You tap one group of people on the shoulder, you tapping everybody. Y'all trying to police
Yeah.
what she got on at these events and shit. That can just trickle down into a lot of judgment, a lot of moral grandstanding, but then be the same people with a bunch of characteristics that can be deemed just as inappropriate too. So it's best to just mind your fucking business. If you didn't like it, that's fine. Claudia, that's why I tell you all the time, don't even fuck with those comments. Because while it feels good to vent and get have your say, what you are entitled to and deserve, then people still feel exactly how they felt before you said any of that. And they're gonna
Yeah.
continue to make
Yeah.
them same ignorant ass comments even afterwards. So
Then
fuck
it
them. You know what I'm
then it
saying?
turned into like people getting mad that we were getting complimented in the group shot. Then it became, oh, we're all faking our plastic surgery and none of us look like that in real life.
Well,
And
that's hate.
I'm
That's
like, if anyone who has seen me and my friends in person, what I hear is you look better in person. So I'm sick of that shit. Like, I'm just tired of people. It's true. My skin is flawless. I don't have any pores. Okay.
She
The skin
said,
is
it's
glowing.
true.
It is. The skin is glowing. I don't look fake. My titties is real. My booty is real. My
That's
waist, I don't
right.
have none of that shit. No lipo scars on me. And it's
That's
like, I'm
right.
sick of it. I'm gonna stop popping my shit more and stop being so
Mm-hmm.
humble 2026. Because I see being humble with you hoes does nothing. It does
There you
nothing.
go.
I be like with my hand on my hat. I hope you like me.
Please, sir, please
Fuck
like me.
that.
Please don't be. Please. And y'all just be shitting. Oh, I'm working out, do my own thing, make my own money, pay for my own shit. Look, my hat is all fucking tilted to the left now. And I'm just
Like
sick of
Ray J's
people.
hat.
I'm Ray J's hat right now. I'm just I'm sick of it. And I'm sick of just grouping everybody together. So, anyways, I'm about to be sickening. And if this text message I just got in my phone is real, I'm gonna be the most sickening motherfucker in the world next year. And that's all I got to say about that.
Not a cliffhanger. Oh my God.
Oh,
So,
it's a cliffhanger
Carlos.
for the gods. Okay, let me tell you about this cliffhanger. Nobody will tell me nothing.
Why am I enjoying this
Yeah.
so much? I love watching Aries pop their shit. It tickles the shit out of me.
The shit that will be
Definitely
popped.
Claudia, baby. All right. So, Dr. Tanya Bryant, you looked amazing. All right. So, before
Right.
we get into recapping, I want you guys to have one guess. So tomorrow, Blue, Dustin, Claudia, I'm dropping the reality star of the year of 2025.
Yes.
So it's the person who I think had the best reality star presence of the entire year. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Blue to Lusma.
Oh.
Would you like to go first?
Sure. I love Stacy. This is a Stacy Stan account. So I would like Stacy to sell me whatever she got back there. Earrings, a Santa t-shirt, whatever. So just for the sake of a good kiki, I would have loved it to be Stacy.
Okay. Claudia.
Stacy or Angela Oakley.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You
Dustin
got that one.
Ross.
Drew had a great year
Mhm.
too. But
Drew had a great year too. I'm not gonna say anything. Dustin Ross.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, if I'm being honest, you know what I'm saying? Although I would love for it to be Cookie, you know what I'm saying? I will. I'm just playing. They on Cookie ass right now. My boy Jamie Tyler said enough is a motherfucking enough. You know what I'm saying?
I love
Jamie
that for
Tyler
Jamie.
said
He checked
Cookie
her.
did it. He said, I've been waiting on this shit to come out.
He been sitting
So
out ready
shout
for
out.
years with that years.
Shout out to my boy Jamie Tyler. But no, Stacy Rush, hands down. Much like the respected opinion of Vanity Fair, you know what I'm saying, which crowned her as the number one reality star. Now we have the motherfucking ultimate stamp of Carlos King crowning her the ultimate reality star as well. And I love
That's
the
sweet.
fact that there's this anticipation building. You said it, and so it means something. And that's something we need
Yeah.
to celebrate, Carlos. Your word.
Thank you, Dustin. Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. What I will say is, okay, this person who I interviewed, before we started filming, they said to me, I watch you guys every Monday night with bated breath. And I said, okay, this could either be a good thing or a bad thing. And this person said, no, it's a great thing. I actually look forward to hearing what you all have to say. And the beauty of this person, which is why I was like, you know what? I'm glad I chose you. They said to me, I actually read the comments about me on Twitter, and the negative ones make me holler, and me and my friends laugh at them. And we'd be like, y'all got me there. And they said, I don't take offense if it's negative or positive. I'm here for the conversation. And this person said, I love Dustin. I love Blue. And Claudia, they have a message for you. They love you. They love you. They love
But-
you. They actually, there's no but. They actually wanted me to FaceTime you.
Ooh.
Yes, because they said Claudia said something that I disagreed with, and I want to have fun with her. And I was just like, you know what? But the studio reception wasn't great with the phone.
Oh,
But I
shit.
said that to say, I'll tell you afterwards. I said
Okay.
that to say, we all know you never know who's watching. Hi, Rihanna. But most importantly, I love the fact that this person was able to say, I watch y'all every Monday. And even when I disagree, I want to like have a fun debate about it and be fun. And
Yeah.
that's what reality stars should be doing. I will
I agree.
always say this. I don't care who gets offended by it. I don't really give a shit. If you're not able to take criticism, you're not supposed to be in reality television. If people are commenting on what they're watching on the screen, that's what you signed up for. And it made me so happy that this person was like, I'm here for it all because at the end of the day, I appreciate y'all talking about me. And I said,
See?
You know what?
And that's why she rises. That's why she rises right there.
That,
Right there.
I'll Stacey. Go ahead, Claudia.
that sounds like Stacey because she's got, to me, has the best, the healthiest attitude about not taking herself too seriously. And she has flipped it because from the first few weeks, it was anti-Stacey. Stacey's breath was the whole storyline.
Mhm.
And it went from that to we don't even talk about the breath is like, whatever. No one even talks about that anymore. And it has moved. And she's been like, all the little toodaloos and all the little things she's doing now. She's funny. I like that she's, you can tell.
We'll see. So guys, so raindrops. Tomorrow, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern, the reality star of 2025 will be announced. And I can't wait to hear y'all thoughts on it. Now, with that being
Congratulations, Carlos.
I know that's big.
thank you, Dustin. I appreciate you so much,
Yeah.
brother. It was actually one of the best I've done all year. So I can't wait for you guys to check that out. We also have to get into the biggest topic of today's conversation. The topic, raindrops, is this. What happens when a woman, and these are not my words, these are the people's, when a woman emasculates a man? This topic came up because on last night's episode, Married to Medicine, the queen of Detroit, baby. Hey, Kenya. Toya Bush Harris. Before I continue, Toya, come get your baddie chain. You are carrying. That's you let it right. Toya, come get your baddie chain. Toya Bush Harris is carrying this season of Married to Medicine, and we're only 4 episodes in. Toya is the formidable player this season, and I cannot get enough of it. Claudia, Dustin, and Blue. To quickly recap, Toya Bush Harris is married to Dr. Eugene, and she is a real housewife. She's a stay-at-home mom, raising 2 beautiful young boys, and she lives a lavish lifestyle. She has tons of Birkins. My sister has a tree in her closet. She drives an aqua blue Porsche. And Toya loves her lifestyle. Toya also loves to be heard. So in the scene that happened at the skip day pool party, she had some words for her husband to where she made comments like, you're the man of the house. How about you lead for once? She made a comment about the fact that she just felt like Eugene wasn't doing the things that she wanted him to do, and she was, talking to him loudly, and the other women felt that she was emasculating him. Dr. Mimi even said, how about you show some femininity? She got offended. She kicked the girls out. Some stayed, and it has been a topic of conversation. Claudia, I want to start with you first. Based on what you saw, I don't know you saw some of it today. Do you think Toya was emasculating her husband, Dr. Eugene? Is she frozen?
Oh, know.
It looks like it because I don't hear her saying anything.
Oh, we'll get to Claudia later. Before we get to Blue, Dustin, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah. Well, number one, there's a lot to unpack here, right? Absolutely, you're 100% right. Toya Bush Harris has long been the engine that really drove the car over there in the Married to Medicine cast. Toya's not afraid to share her opinion. She don't give a damn who you are. It could be somebody mama. She remember when she mushed Audra when they was at another Christmas party a couple seasons ago. She asked Anila and them, which one of you bitches said I was fucking somebody in the neighborhood? I put my foot in your goddamn face. I put my shoe in your face right now. You know what I'm saying? Toya just don't give a damn. And so, yes, she has a lot of value to the cast. This season, you know what I'm saying? While yes, that conversation with her and Eugene was sensational to say the least, I just don't know who Toya thinks she be talking to sometimes. I really don't. I really feel like Toya needs to like reel it in sometimes. I think that she has natural comedic chops. Toya has she has a great ability to like emote with her facial expressions and her countenance. There's other things she can do than call somebody a low down dirty gutter bitch or just, whatever the worst thing she can think to say to somebody in the moment. Calling them women hater bitches and just all of that shit, that just was a lot to me. And her conversation, yelling and screaming at the top of her lungs about Eugene, when she really, to me, blew that entire conversation out of proportion. Okay. She was reaching the entire time with that conversation. So I don't know. I think Toya makes great TV, but I think that she really took it too far and was reaching in her takeaways with that conversation and the way that she was talking to them women at that pool. Cause I don't know, that house is beautiful, first of all, though. The house is gorgeous. Everything about the house, the kitchen, the pool. I love the black and natural stone. It's gorgeous. But I just don't know who Toya thinks she be talking to. That's the best way I can sum it up. I don't know who she thinks she be talking to like that because she is very disrespectful by the mouth.
Blue?
I agree. I totally agree with everything Dustin just said. I think she thinks she's talking to the people who clowned her when she was broke and she's not over it. I think Toya still has some trauma around being clowned for being broke. And now that she has the money, her healing hasn't caught up with her bank account. It's like the big girl who was made fun of for being a big girl and she loses weight, but she still acts fat on the inside. Ask me how I know about that. Shout out to therapy. So like I feel like Toya has some work to do. She has some work to do because even though her circumstances improved, some of the stuff that she said, because I was trying to be, first of all, I'm gonna say this: don't ever cuss out your partner in front of me. There's a certain level of disrespect to your partner, whether it's a man or a woman. So forget emasculating. I don't like watching people disrespect their partners in public. It makes my stomach turn. There's a it's me and you versus the world that I subscribe to.
Yeah.
If we have people talk about it, but to disrespect your man in front of all them people, that immediately she crossed the line for me, regardless of gender. So I don't even think it's emasculation. I think it's disrespect. Whether it was him to her or her to him, it was nasty work. I also think because she does have trauma about being broke and being clowned for all those years until she got her money back, she's probably thinking subconsciously while she's drunk, you up here laughing with them. They were the ones who were clowning both of us. Be a man. I do think she felt triggered having the people that she feels a way about defending him when it was supposed to be us versus them. Why are they defending you? So it felt very displaced. It felt nasty. I do think that there are women in the group that she also has some bitterness around. Miss Quad, who she tried to ostracize and it didn't take because Quad is the store. So I think her poor husband paid for a lot of other people's sins. That's what I think.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Claudia Jordan?
I get being frustrated with your partner and, you get frustrated with them. You want him to step up, quote unquote, be a man. But to piggyback off Blue, the world should never know that. You got to do that at the crib. You got to be like in front of those people, especially on a reality show. Everyone can be your op. Like every scene is something that can be devastating to your reputation, to your relationship. It's fodder for the internet to be brought up at the reunions, like you gotta know going into a reality show with your mate, you have got to have a united front, whether it's fake or not. We go back to the crib and we can argue the hell down, but you do not give those people that scene and that ammunition and do that to your partner. You, and even if you didn't have a reality show, you shouldn't want to do that to your man or your woman ever in public. It should always be a united front publicly. Always. I wouldn't accept it from a man doing that to a woman, and I don't think it's cool when a woman does it to a man. I'm sorry. I know you're frustrated, Toya, but like that was not it. And it just, when you guys go home and you calm it down, you forever have that image of him being kind of called like made to look weak, and you kind of like chomping him like that. Like that, while you're long past it and over it, the internet is going to make memes and keep talking about it. And then it's something that he's going to relive many, many times. And it's just, I think that does a lot of damage. I thought I felt bad for him. I felt bad for Eugene.
Yeah. And listen, Dr. Eugene is an amazing man. And he's an amazing husband, and he's an amazing provider. And the beauty of Dr. Eugene is, you know, I'm very open about how I have a lot of single girlfriends over 40 who are looking for a husband. And I look at Dr. Eugene and I'm like, can someone clone you for my girls? Because he's the type of man I would want my girls to be with, because the way he even responds to Toya, when Toya was irate, even when he came back in the kitchen and he put his hand around her waist, because he thought like, it ain't that deep. You know, you could tell he was sort of like trying to calm her down. And then, you know, she had more for him. And that's when he was just like, what is all this for? And I do think this. I think when it comes to their dynamic, look, in every relationship, there is somebody who loves you more than you love them. Not that you don't love them less, but there is somebody that's a little bit more infatuated. It's obvious that Dr. Eugene loves everything about Toya, and he's obsessed with Toya, and Toya is his dream girl. And I think at the end of the day, you do teach people how to treat you. And I think based on what I've seen, and I could have this all wrong, but based on what I've seen, I think that's their dynamic. But I do think Dr. Eugene may be fed up if that is their dynamic, and he wants more respect, because I think based on watching the show, he's killing himself to provide the lifestyle for him and his family. And when a man does that, he does want peace. And I think that's the struggle that's what we're watching.
And there's some relationships.
Do you
You
think
said what, Blue?
Do you think she respects him? Is my question to all of you. Do you think Toya respects him fully?
No,
Go ahead, Dustin.
I don't. I think that with any relationship, be it an intimate relationship, be it a friendship, be it a relationship where you are family with someone, there's a line that you just don't cross, where you know you're gonna hurt their feelings, you know that something will embarrass them, you know that something is a boundary for them. And when you willfully cross that, you know, for whatever sort of benefit you may get, and in this case it's Toya's benefit of being interesting on screen or on camera, I think that her willingness to cross that line is disrespect. You know, I don't think Toya is a bad wife. I don't think she's a bad woman, a bad person. She's definitely not a bad mother. She loves her kids. I just do believe that she disrespects her husband Eugene, talking about his dick, all kinds of things that she's done on, you know what I'm saying, on camera, like that, just cross a boundary that most people typically wouldn't cross. Although we all should set our own terms for our relationship, do what works for us. I just feel like yelling and screaming about me being concerned about some quote unquote hater bitches on camera and telling me to stand up and be a man. That's disrespectful to me. That's all I'm saying. But I think she
And
loves Eugene. I do.
I do get like there's some couples that have very it would sound abusive to some people from the outside. Like there's some couples that they just talk to
hmm
each other crazy, and that's just kind of like how they talk to each other like that. But it does seem like it's one-sided. It's just her doing it to him, not him doing it to her. You know, because like me and my ex had like very edgy way of talking to each other, but it was like our sense of humor that we got it, and we understood it wasn't abusive, but it was kind of mutual. It wasn't like, and never like in a public being very protective over each other. You know what I mean? You gotta be. I would say to couples going on reality TV, don't even go on if you're not going to be overly protective on camera, because one little thing, it like, look, we doing a show about it now, talking about how she's disrespectful to him, and that he got to deal with his boys. He got to go to work with his clients, and then knowing that you was on television, your wife said, be a man and all that stuff, and make eye contact and all that stuff. Yo, that's not cool for business either. And she probably was drunk and frustrated and all that, but still, man, I hope that, I know this was probably months ago when they shot it, but I hope that they've had some serious talks about it, because it's cringe, right? When you see a couple arguing, and you're like, oh, but we like him. Like, he seems like he loves you. And like, it's ugly to see that. It's like seeing mom and dad argue. You know.
So, Blue, I'll end with you. You rose the question about whether or not you think, whether or not Toya respects Dr. Eugene based on you watching the show. You know, you've been watching it for years as well. And in last night's episode, what are your thoughts on that question you posed?
Oof, I was hoping you wouldn't. Okay. This might not be a popular opinion. I think she is his dream girl. He is not her. He's the best that she could do, and she loves him, and she's chosen him. But I do not think that she respects him, and that the very things that help her get over on him are the very parts of him that she simultaneously judges. And I've seen a lot of clients like her who sincerely love their partner, almost want to risk it all when they meet a man who's a provider, but also more macho. I think she deep down wants a man who can check her. You ever have that homegirl who has a crazy mouth and she's aroused by a man who could check her?
Mm-hmm.
My spidey senses are screaming. They're screaming that if he was less doting and checked her, it would make her moist. And that she judges the fact that she can emasculate him in the eyes of others. I think she judges that he takes it. We think it makes him a good man, that he's loving and caring or whatever. And there's a part of her who wants a little bit more 50 Cent and less Dr. Eugene.
That shit
so
is only
stupid.
cute for a small amount of time. That is not cute when you're 40s and 50s. That is
Right.
cute when you're 17, 20, 25, maybe 30s, even pushing it. When you get older, ladies, you
Right.
get away from that.
And gay men. Listen,
Yeah.
go ahead, and ladies and gay men. Go ahead, Claudia.
Okay, yeah, like
She wants a roughneck, y'all. That's my answer. She wants a roughneck, and she got Dr. Eugene.
listen,
Final answer.
roughnecks are so 1993, y'all. We can't do that. You can't roughneck still. That's
No, me and Dustin go through that in the gay community, and we're gonna talk about it, Dustin, because I look at
Yeah.
Dustin. Girls, it's the same shit in the gay community. Some of these. Wait, this
Say
is
it. This your damn
Say
show.
it. We here.
This your damn show.
We here.
Say it. And it's the last show. Fuck it.
You know,
Yeah.
I have a particular way I speak on camera. Don't use it. Listen, it's something that is prevalent in the gay community. I'll just speak about the Black gay community because I'm involved in it. When it comes to the Black gay community, a lot of times in our community, we deal with the same shit. You know, some of these guys want like the macho masculine man. You know, we call them trade if they're like, allegedly straight, but they mask presenting as whatever. It's
like
a whole...
Blueface.
Oh.
Would that be trade?
No, the guy who beat up Jake Paul. What's his name? The man made everybody pregnant. What's his name? The big old.
Oh, my new boyfriend, Anthony
A strong
Johnson.
back. I might risk it for him.
My new husband.
What is wrong with y'all? I can't take this anymore.
He is
No,
fun.
but what I'm
Yeah, he
saying
is.
is,
Fun as hell.
Oh
Listen,
my God.
Dustin,
no
the girls.
questions asked.
See the girls?
Sorry.
My point, ladies, is it is something. Look at Nate said, read me. It's something that I agree across the board. At the end of the day, everybody needs to choose the guy that adores you and choose the guy that actually wants to make you a better person. Stop dating or gravitating towards or over sexualizing yourself for the bad boy who has bad credit, bad dental plan or lack thereof, just because you imagine him or he's able to give you some strokes, but he's not able to stroke your ego because he has no confidence to take your career to the next level. And that's the problem with people who continue to choose the bad boy. That shit gets old after 35 years old. Look, really 30. And it's time to wake up and choose a guy that really cares about you and is there for you. So that's all I gotta
Can
say
I
about
throw
that.
Toya some bail though? What if you got married young and you never got folded like a lawn chair, and so that part of you never got?
Well, no, but that's why I think this. I tell everybody, and I am everybody. I think your 20s is a time to have. Me and Tika Sumpter spoke about this in our interview. Your 20s should be the time of your life. Do everybody. Do everything.
Yeah.
Threesomes, foursomes. Do like
Yeah.
chandeliers, party. Do all those things. The moment you crack 30, you need to be worried less about your back getting cracked, and you need to be worried more about your eggs getting cracked. That's for my girls. And you need to worry more about cracking the code of who is my forever person. And I think when you start choosing the person earlier in life, the mistake that you make is this. I don't think anybody should get married in the 20s. I think your 20s should be used to just have fun and explore and experiment with everything.
Yep.
With everything. I'm in my 40s. I told you guys recently when I was single. When I became single.
Excuse me?
Freudian slip. When I became single.
Whoa. Let's not
that
just
nothing.
run
Anyways,
by that,
I have on a red shirt.
The
So I told you guys that, you know, I hate dating. I'm not somebody's boyfriend. I'm somebody's husband. I don't want to do none of that stuff. And I just think we all have to wake up and experience the fact that your forever person is out there, but y'all are so worried about the wrong shit. And you could lose somebody just because they're not something you thought you should have. Go ahead, Dustin Ross.
Couple things. Number one, I agree 150% with your sentiment, Carlos, that your 20s are a period for safe exploration. And we're not talking about only sexually, right? We're not even really talking about sexually. We're talking about dating in the literal sense of the word, spending one-on-one time with different people that you have a romantic interest in or whatever kind of interest you have, right? That time well spent, okay, will then help you shape your perspectives, your views, your likes, your dislikes. You get to know yourself. You also get to know other people that walk totally different lives than you, different walks in life than you. And it opens your mind to things so that you can enter into your 30s and do the same shit. No, I'm just playing. So you can enter into your 30s and have, you know what I'm saying, a more clear understanding of who you are, and you'll be in better shape to offer partnership to somebody if that's something you're interested in. If not, you can also have a great time still dating casually with the sensibilities of a 30-year-old, and that applies to your 40s as well. You feel me? So it's not just a bad case. Like you can be single, dating freely, and find true happiness. You can also find that shit in partnership. But to me, you have a better shot at sustaining partnership later in life, in your 30s and 40s.
Yeah.
And 19, you know what I'm saying, or some shit like that. Like you need to be good and wrong. That's all.
Yes.
Go
All
be a
right,
hoe.
look at us.
Go be a hoe.
So
Yes.
for Christmas, okay, so as we transition into Potomac, so raindrops, manifest what you want in 2026. Manifest the man, the woman, or the they that you want in 2026. I will say this. I am a big, I'm big on manifestation, and everything that I have in my life today, I manifested.
When I tell you the tongue is so powerful, like you may say something in passing and then bam, something shows up.
Yeah.
And that happens so much when you really, really believe. Like when you really, really believe, that be happening a lot. Like so many times I just say something, I want to go on a free trip to Africa. And then someone
Oh.
will reach out and say, hey, we have an event for you to host. We're going to pay this much money to go to Africa and bring 2 friends. And it was so specific that I had to take
Yep.
it seriously. Like, I had to take it seriously. Like, I said that and it happened, plus a little bit better. And that's been happening a lot. Like, it's been happening. I'm just saying, y'all.
I
Man,
I'm
manifested
finna
being on the
text
show.
you.
I manifested
I'm
all of
finna
y'all.
text you some shit to say to me. Say for me. I'm gonna text you a list of shit to say tonight for me, Claudia. Since you
okay.
on right, since you hot right now. You
I'm
know
No,
what I'm
on
Dustin,
right
saying?
now.
I think God wants to hear your voice, Dustin. I think God wants to hear you say, hey, God. Hey, Sky Daddy.
Word.
Yes. So Blue, you manifested us, babe. Blue
No,
said she
I was saying
manifested.
I manifested you guys because people kept harassing me to cover the Braxtons. And so I go on camera and say, y'all, should I talk about the Braxtons? Should I? Is it worth it? Well, how would it be worth it? And then 5 minutes later, here come Carlos in my DMs. So you said you want to talk
Mhm.
about the stuff. So I literally manifested y'all.
That's how it happens.
It
Like, there's been
happens.
so many things in life that, like, you just say it and then you're like, oh my God. Like, and it really, really happened. Fox Soul. I remember seeing Mike Hill on there and I was like, damn, I want to do a show like that in Dallas. And a week later, my show got canceled on the radio here in Dallas, and I was on my way to LA. He asked me to fill in for him for 2 days. And on the 3rd day, James DuBose said, I need you back here on Monday. I said, but I live in Dallas. He said, figure it out. And that led to 5 years of employment of not only me having the top 2 shows on the network, but also producing T.S. Madsen's show and like really
about
being
it.
pivotal of that network success. I know I'm a big part of the success of that network because my shows were they were the most profitable. And just from saying it, I saw it and I was like, I want that.
Mhm.
You know, be specific with it, right? You got to be
Yes.
specific with it. And I'm telling you, man, it's so powerful. And that also works on the negative, y'all.
Oh,
When you
yeah.
say,
Yep.
oh, I never get the guy, or man, he ain't gonna call me, or that ain't gonna happen, or they always cheat, or I never get, the same thing is true. Blue, I know you know what I'm talking about, right?
You were the queen of Fox Soul. You down. Claudia was trying to be modest.
Hell
As
yeah.
somebody who was working at Fox Soul at the time, the reason why I went to Vegas, I was like, Claudia, you own the network. How many shows you don't have on the show? Like every other episode, it'd be Claudia. It'd be Claudia, 2 people, me, then Claudia again. Commercial break, then Claudia again. I was like, God damn.
They was sick of me. They was like, who is she fucking over? I'm like, I am too lazy to fuck for a job. Okay. That's why this works mostly with Dustin and Carlos.
No, Claudia, don't say that. You
Yeah.
don't watch Claudia. Don't say that. She's
Claudia's the
very
best.
agile, fellas. She's very agile. She can cook a little bit.
And she's very much available. So I'm manifesting a good man Savannah for my girls, Claudia.
You already
Right,
know what I'm
yes.
putting
And
out
blue.
there.
I want Anthony Joshua.
I said blue too. No, I said in blue, in blue, and blue.
Yeah.
I'm also
We gonna fight for
manifesting.
him, Blue. We gonna have to fight.
I don't
Death
fight
match.
no more. You can have him. I don't fight no more.
Oh, good. I'll take it.
Damn.
Claudia, he's yours. All right, so let's get into the latest episode of the Real Housewives of Potomac. So the episode picked up, where they left off, which is Angel in a very, peculiar, mercurial situation where she is trying to explain the fact that she has to leave Potomac and go back to Colorado. I can't wait to hear y'all thoughts. I'll just start by saying this. I thought Angel looked very uncomfortable in that whole party. Like, even when they were playing the games and doing like the games they were doing, if you looked at it, she was like off to the side. And I was in that very moment, I literally watched the show and said, this is what I mean when I say you just may not fit in. Like, you're not even trying to fit in by taking advantage of them having fun. And that's when I was like, you can't make excuses by I don't like drama. Okay, fine. That's whatever. They're actually having fun and you not even participating and smiling. And she just looked very uncomfortable. That's what I have to add to that before you guys take it away. So, Dustin, Ross, what do you have to say about Angel's explanation to the girls about her living situation?
Why I gotta go first? You already know she don't like my ass. Her husband gonna jump on me and shit. You know what I'm saying? You already know she. So here I go. Right. Look. I thought that it was so funny to see. I thought it was so funny to see Angel,
You said
be
she don't like you.
obviously frustrated. Yeah, she don't like me. Angel don't like me. She can't stand me. You know what I'm saying? I told you when it come to me, she turned into Hell's Angels. Bad to the bone and shit. You know what I'm saying?
They said
Damn.
she can't
with a, with
stand
a, with a
nothing.
s- a Sturgis jacket on and shit. She gonna
They
ride a
said
motorcycle down on me and get mercurial. You know
they
what I'm
said she got a
saying?
Not your
Justin. They said she got
material.
a Justin voodoo doll.
Yeah, poking holes in it. I wonder why I woke up with a pain, you know what I'm saying, a distress this morning. Nah, but here's the thing, right? I had high hopes for Angel. When we first started talking about season 10 of this damn show, I told y'all, I said, yo, Angel has got it going on. She got what it takes. Her family was really in the film, big ass house. You know what I'm saying? Like she just chilling. Her and Kay got a real relationship. Everything I thought has turned out to be different, right? That don't mean she had to fall flat or whatever, but it turns out like she has. And I just thought this was another example of like, damn, Angel, this is what you choose to do. She gets to the what do you call it? A field day, a field afternoon, whatever that event was, it didn't make no damn sense. Boots and cowboys, or I don't know what the fuck it was called, but it was just cheap balloons and a bunch of foil chafing dishes with with the little fire thing underneath them. Sterno, that's what those was called. Anyway, so you know what I'm saying? So they got this thing or whatever. Angel, instead of getting with the program, she's actually answering the question of whether or not she got evicted. Don't you know? All she had to do was sit at that table and be like, why are we even asking me if I'm evicted as if me and my man are broke? Y'all really want to talk about money at this table? And went down the line and just wore the whole table out. That's all she had to do. But you know what she does? She sits there at the table and she says, she's obviously frustrated. She goes, what did she say to Wendy? So I didn't get evicted, home girl. You know what I'm saying? Like that or whatever. Then she saunters over to the field, stands on the field talking to Tia, surly and grumbling, talking to Tia all surly, like, I can't believe, asked me if I'm gonna get evicted. And
Oh,
I'm
you sound
supposed
like
to,
her. You sound
I'm
like
gonna
her.
toss a ball with you. I mean, come on, just once again choosing to have a delayed response, a delayed reaction, and everything's just going to hell. My hope is that by next week when we go to Colorado, we see something. That's all. I just hope at least once we get to Colorado, where her roots are planted, where she feels more comfortable, where she knows the lay of the land, and is happier, I hope. I really hope the glass is half full next week. That's all I got to say about that scene.
But the preview, she's already like not letting him be at her house, and she's like, I don't want y'all's energy at my place. Liz, I've been trying to hold back and root for her, especially since I had her on my show. So I don't want to seem fake, you know what I mean? But it's exhausting, and it is giving Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. You know, the one that was always sad. What's the little cartoon?
Eeyore.
He's
That's
always like
Eeyore.
But if Eeyore and Daria had a baby, it's like Daria / Eeyore.
always sad. Like she's always mad and sad. I'm like, yo,
And,
girl, what you
and there was
want?
Polly with the nigga with the blanket from Charlie Brown. Eeyore,
Oh, he
Daria,
smelled
and that
though.
nigga with the blanket from Charlie Brown. They was
Linus,
Polly.
Linus used to smell though. The blanket
Linus,
smell.
we just
I don't
want you
think
to
she
have
stank.
fun, Angel. We just want you to be fun, like, and let go. I get it's annoying. Reality TV can be annoying, especially when you're the new girl. They are definitely hazing you, but you're like the way they was hazing Stacey, but she been around for a minute. But she let it roll for her back, and that's why she won. Like you won't like you gotta let some of that shit go, my dear. Like, cause it's taken away from you. You got the bread, you got the husband, you got all the stuff that like the makings, but like
Yeah.
the inability to never let anything go is given. It's crazy. It's crazy. What is the
She's
noise that ER?
pretty.
What noise did ER
Two
make?
kids.
ER.
Womp womp. Womp,
I'm
womp.
done.
I have a theory about Angel. I sincerely, from watching her and just watching so many shows about WAGs, I think Angel is, I've said this before, I think she's the mean girl who's used to people being nice to her because of status, finding out in real time that she's
Mm.
actually not popping. She never had to develop a personality because Wags, based on Barbie, started for 10 years. You know, that's her entry level. She's used to being treated with a certain level of respect that she hasn't earned, and she mistook that for her being popping. And now she's on the show where she's finding out in real time how lame she is in real time and doesn't know how to pivot because in her mind, she never conceived of this. She thought that she was going to be Giselle's second in command because now that, what's the one with the masculine, with the voice? What's her name? Robin. There we go. She thought Robin was gone. Giselle needs her a new greed-eyed bandit. She thought that she was going to slip right in with Giselle because she likes the whole AKA mean girl energy. Mind you, I love the AKAs and I'm happy that Giselle did not become her sorority sister in that way. Because she thought that it was going to be, oh, these pretty girls are going to take me in like the Wags did. And Giselle was like, no, this is a whole different franchise. And, can I be honest? There's a thing about Angel where I think in her mind, because I think she is a fan, I think she had a fantasy about how this would go. And the minute the fantasy burst, she had no bounce back. And so she's crying.
Keep going. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
She had like a wet dream about me and Giselle, and maybe actually sometimes we're gonna be the hot girls and we're gonna go after Wendy and the losers. And like she had this whole sexy fantasy, and Giselle just clowned her for about 3 episodes and called her a catfish. And you would have thought that she said that your babies were adopted. She acted like Giselle saying you're a catfish was the worst thing that ever happened in life because she had Giselle on this pedestal, right? And so I think she's a mean girl who transferred to a school where nobody thinks she's popping. She can't make fetch happen. I don't think she has social anxiety. I think in a room full of people who care that Bobby was starting for 10 years, she would have been the belle of the goddamn ball and would have thought she earned it. Was she? Because she didn't have social anxiety when she was scamming that 30K allegedly.
Not scamming, but she's scamming.
She didn't have. I'm
It's
just saying.
crazy.
I don't think social anxiety.
I don't know nothing about that. What I do know about, right, is I think this is what's so frustrating for me about Angel, right? Is because I think that when she's being herself, she does actually have an interesting personality. She does seem like a friend that you want to kick it with and talk shit with. And so when we get those little glimpses into that, like we got when she was fully comfortable being mean to Stacy, saying Stacy breath stank and smell like shit, and she was laughing with everybody else on the cast, laughing and shit, talking about it was a little hot. You know what I'm saying? That was fine. But when she did that, we got to see her personality. She was funny.
That's her wag
To the
personality.
scene. Fast forward to the scene when she sat down with her sister and she was expressing her frustrations about the ladies on the cast. And her sister had a vibrant personality, and that was something for Angel to bounce off of. And she was funny. She was interesting to watch. That's why, for me, I'm just gonna speak for myself. That's why when I see her just sizzling out and so tepid in these other scenes, it makes it like, yo, why are you so lukewarm and just flat in these scenes when that's not really what when you appear most genuine, most non-pensive, you know what I'm saying? When we feel like you really being yourself, you don't be on this bullshit talking about something is mercurial. You know what I'm saying? So
But
that's
just did you
why
hear what you
it's so
said?
frustrating.
Did you hear what you said? She's with her popping sister.
Yeah.
She's in a familiar environment. When Angel, somebody else is making her feel comfortable, she can be popping because it's been a level playing field. When she's starting at zero, she doesn't have she's not a self-starter. Some people in this world are popping when they're around people that they feel safe with and when they're a familiar dynamic. But the minute you put them somewhere foreign, they have no bounce back.
In radio, they have they call it the conversation starter. That's the A character. And then the B character is the responder. That would be the co-host.
She's a B character.
And you can't, like, you're not allowed to start. You're not allowed to bring people a break. You have to, like, just be the responder. And I feel like she's more comfortable when she's being mean. But I don't actually mind her being mean because that's actually when she's funnier.
I think that's,
like, I would like her to lean in, but it's like when a mean girl is like trying to be nice. Like when she was in the jewelry store and she's like, oh my God, who would imagine 10 years ago? That shit was so boring and fake. But hey, Angel, we're saying you have what it takes, but you kind of, I think you're on the fence about whether or not you want to commit to being like the shit talking mean girl or the nice girl. And I think you're in your head too much, where a lot of actresses that go on reality TV are like this. They're in their head too much, Carlos, and they think about it, they overthink it, and they're like, well, I don't want them to think. Well, I don't want them. You got to like not be like that. You just got to be. when you just be and let the cameras catch the magic, then you'll win. But you're in your head too much. You're trying to self-edit. And I think if you just let the chopper fly, Angel, and just talk your shit, like when you do the meat shit, people are responding to it. And that's the same thing Kenya Moore did. Kenya Moore came on the show trying to be a little nice. They fucking came for her. And guess what? As soon as she found out being a villain was good for her, she leaned in every time. And people I know her know that she's giving us good TV, right? She's not evil. She's giving us good TV. She leaned into it. Angel, lean into it. Stop worrying about what they're going to say about you and treat it as you are on a telenovela. You're like, you got to treat reality like that sometimes. Like, like just stop worrying about it. Stop, just be like, I'm at work. Like, be
That's
you.
actually good advice.
Yeah, like stop. And I hate when I see people do that shit. Oh, there's been some people I was talking about doing a show here, and like one of my friends was too much, like, but I don't. Oh my God, then get out of here. Then this is not for you.
Don't join the show. No, Dustin, it's real. And listen, this isn't an Angel Paula because, but you know what's so funny? When we talked about Mia last season, y'all, joined in. The thing with Angel that we're doing, once again, we're only talking about what we're seeing on the show. But secondly, this is great critique. I am going to do a PSA right now today. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Happy New Year. Do not sign up because, once again, this isn't like the army where you're being drafted, okay? Because you're 18 years old and you signed on to whatever. Stop using
You don't have
reality
to do
TV.
it.
You don't have to do it. You actually don't have to do it. It bothers me when people join reality TV and they don't want to be themselves, or when they tell producers, well, Claudia X, Y, and Z. Oh, for real? I didn't know that. How about you bring it up? I'm not gonna bring it up because I'm about to be seen as a messy bitch. But you actually ask Claudia. This is what happens on reality television. Get someone else to do it, and I'll chime in. What? Or I sign on to do this show because I wanted to show something different to the world. Who asked you? You're not Willie Gilbert. This ain't a different world. I don't want you here.
I just want to show my business and show Black positive and women's empowerment brunches. Those be the meanest bitches on earth.
Yes, I want to show more of my business. Go join Shark Tank. I can introduce you to Emma Gertie, who does scams. Stop signing on. Stop. It's a reality television is the only profession where you can get away with giving the least because you want to feel like this is too real. I want to show something different. I don't want to bring that up because so-and-so 062 is going to say this about me. Then leave the show. And when you leave the show, I'm going to end with saying this. When you leave the show and you miss the fame, because again, you do miss it, what do? Knock, knock. And you try to come back. That's what happens. So once again, it's a tough gig. That's why I stand for it. This is great advice. If you do not want to be yourself, don't sign on. It bothers everybody, including the audience and including the people watching it. And what you're not going to do is try to flip it and say, you guys are bashing me. We're literally talking about what you showed on the show. When you listen to a Beyonce record and you don't like a song, you're not bashing Beyonce. You're saying, I don't like this song. And it's okay to have an opinion. So move on from that. Okay, that's my PSA for the day. Now,
if you don't want to, I'm sorry, real quick, one last line. If your top of mind is, I don't want people to think ... reality, singing, acting, dancing, comedy is not for you.
It's not.
You're a coward. You're a coward. Yep.
Y'all have had me rolling tonight. Y'all have had me cracking up tonight. Carlos gonna say them people tell him, oh, I signed on to this show to show something different. Who asked you? Did nobody ask you to show that?
You, I didn't do a Catholic call thing. If you would like to sign on to be on XYZ and show something different, contact, Carlos. Nobody asked you. Get here.
Claudia.
You think I went to Charlemagne and said, "Hey, my podcast on Black Effect. I just feel like you need something different on your roster."
Right.
Don't look at me like, nigga, I'm good. I don't need you, Carlos King. I'm good. I can go to
Oh my God.
I can go to Owen and say, I think I got Iyanla to fix my life and everything, but baby, I'm trying to show y'all a little something different.
Who are you?
Who? No one gets away with that. Anyway, but what does apparently get away is you kissing someone's son who is 27 years old, Ashley Darby. So Ashley Darby revealed to Charrisse Jordan Jackson that she made out with her 27-year-old. She said that she was in a very mercurial situation where...
First of all, you're going to stop running this goddamn word to the ground. Because before last 2-3 weeks ago, I've never used it with my friends. I've never been using my presence. I've heard the word before because I did win the spelling in the 5th grade. But I'm just saying, I'm sick of this goddamn word. And I blame Angel.
It's actually hilarious, actually.
I'm just saying. So, Ashley made out with her friend's son. Now, the son is 27 years old. And she said that, he knocked on the door. She opened it up. She had to get something. And then he leaned into her. They made out. And I'm like, all right, a kiss, whatever. But then she made a comment. And she's telling this to the boy's mother. She then made a comment where she said, and if it didn't end at the kiss, would you be upset? Intimating that allegedly, that Ashley was intimate with Charrisse Jordan Jackson's son. Claudia Jordan, what are your thoughts? And for the record. Thank you. He's 27, Ashley's 37. It's a 10-year age difference, which ain't nothing. But is it weird to be kissing the son of your girlfriend who you watched grow up as a teenager?
Yes. Listen, in the wilds, you can date someone 10 years younger. You can fuck someone 10 years younger. You can make out with someone 10 years younger. But your friend's son, I mean, you may make a joke with your friend like, hey, don't send your son over here to bring up the groceries or whatever. But you don't really go make out with him and let him suck. I don't know what they did. I don't know if someone's son got sucked or licked or someone. I don't know what the hell happened. Claudia. I'm saying it's weird as hell. And to be on TV about it, Ashley, come on, Ashley. I know you having a hot girl season. But this one I would have kept that to myself. I mean, putting that on TV, like you messing with your friend's son. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. What y'all think? Could y'all do that? Can you mess with your friend's son?
Wait, so they're saying these are two comments. She also confirmed on Watch What Happens Live that it did go further.
So what happened? Was like a little finger banging? Was it some? What happened?
Wow.
Baby, stop using fingers and give me
Merry Christmas, y'all. Feliz Navidad, huh? Oh my God.
Is the season to be a whore? And actually, you're not being a whore, but I'm just saying the judgment's a little off. Like, being with your friend's son is crazy. Because, like, when it goes bad and she's still in your friend circle, you're going to complain to your friend, your son ain't calling me back. That sounds crazy.
Your son ain't calling me back.
Your son ain't calling me back.
Okay, so Blue, what is going on in this situation in your eyes that you're seeing with Ashley telling Charrisse to her face what's going on? But before you do speak, I do have a Lizzie note. Merry Christmas, Lizzie.
Lizzie.
Hey, Lizzie. So I do have a Lizzie note. Charrisse made a comment based on that scene going viral. And this is what Charrisse had to say, Claudia, Blue, and Dustin. Then Blue, I want you to speak. She said, I honestly did not believe it. One thing I know for sure is that no matter how I respond, people will take issue. I have not been edited to represent my real personality over the years. At this point, I'm 60. I want to pop in and have fun with these ladies. I don't mind meaningful conversations, but to flip out just for the cameras over fake or petty issue is not my thing. She ends by saying, I can now see the disrespect. At the time of filming, I did not believe it. One thing I do know for certain is that there are no real friendships in this business.
Boo, tomato, tomato, delayed reaction. That's that same shit Angel be doing. Beat it. You sat there at that table and let this lady say she was messing with your son, and you was laughing and drinking your drink and didn't say nothing. So now that the internet been on your ass and you watch that back and you feel embarrassed that you didn't say nothing to stand up for yourself and for your son in that case, you feel like you played yourself. We don't give a fuck. We don't want to hear that. As far as you being 60, that don't mean nothing, but you just should have known better. That's
How
all
your
that
laugh?
means.
How
You
the
should have
laugh go
known
again?
better.
How the laugh go again?
Ooh. Oh, oh, I don't know what to say. That's what she did sitting at that table. Now, my bad, because Blue, it's your turn. Go ahead, friend. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to jump on you like that.
No, I'm
Go
actually
ahead,
happy
Blue.
you did that. I feel nicer now. I
No,
feel
my
nicer.
bad. I'm so sorry. Go ahead, sis.
I'm gonna just say this: Ashley Darby is used to inappropriate romantic relationships and age dynamics.
Mm.
So she tends to either, from what I've seen on the show in the many years, date men who are like the father who wouldn't raise her, or who look like her son, who she's trying to raise. And so inappropriate age dynamics with Ashley Darby is nothing new. I'm not Papa. Can you hear me? I think she likes the inequity. So I'm not surprised. She also has no storyline. So if you are desperate for a storyline and you know have a fashion show with no fashions, you're gonna say whatever sensational thing you can in order to be relevant, and here you are still irrelevant. So none of it is shocking to me. I do think I think that she had a hungry hot girl moment and probably hunched on that man. I wouldn't be surprised. He doesn't, beautiful boy, Charrisse, beautiful boy. He doesn't seem all that quick. So I do believe Ashley was probably the one who might have been the aggressor in the situation. He's just kind of like, hey, what's up? Like he's no mental giant, right? And the thing is, she tends to pick younger men who are kind of easy to drag by the neckline, or older men who play a father role. So I'm seeing a pattern. Just like that guy that she broke up with at Chuck E. Cheese, the previous episode. First, you're breaking up with a man who looks like your son at Chuck E. Cheese. Now you hunching on Charrisse's son. Ashley, enough. Okay? It's bad enough that Angel's trying to be Maya Angelou in Potomac, and now you're trying to be the diddler. It's just all too much. It's all very desperate. It's all very sad. Just find you a storyline, something. Nobody wanted to buy those t-shirts. Fashion show with no fashions is how I feel about Ashley Darby. If you go to her website, they got one t-shirt that sold out, which means Giselle forgot to restock the inventory. It's just, she makes me sad. She needs to go. For her own sake, put her out. Do a kill shot. Andy, what is the thing to let somebody go and put them out of their misery?
How much are the t-shirts?
They had no price, baby, because you need WordPress. You need to pay your WordPress and your Bluehost in order to have commerce. It's just all very sad. GNA is a clothing brand / gay pride float / I don't know what's happening with the branding, right? And also, I feel like Giselle should work with Claire's. Also, actually, I think you're only compelling when you're in drag, but I don't even think you're gay. So even that's a little insulting. It's just.
You think she's fake gay?
Oh, absolutely. I think she might be gay for pay.
Are you saying she really don't like pussy?
No, she don't like pussy, child. She likes attention. Does pussy look like her daddy? No, she likes attention. I'm just saying, Ashley Darby, Grange, she just, Angel, I found somebody that annoys me more than you do. That's the nicest thing I can think to say. Wow. I found somebody that annoys me more than you do. She's like spoiled milk that won't leave the fucking carton. But I will say this, though, to Carlos's point, at least she's showing up. I guess at least she's showing up.
Well, I'm gonna put it like this, right? She 37, he 27 at the time. What was she? 36, he was 26. That's two consenting adults that made that choice to do what they wanted to do, full stop, right? Ultimately, that's the end of it. Full stop. Two grown people that did what they wanted to do. Now, how do I personally feel about it? Ashley, you wrong as hell. Everything about the way the situation went down was fucked up. Her
Yeah.
son took your ass home when you was drunk, fucked up, couldn't drive yourself home. He took you home to make sure your drunk ass made it home safe. And what did you do? End up getting into some sort of intimate situation with him. Mind you, this season 10 of the show, Ashley and Charrisse was both on that show in season one. 10 years ago, he was what, 17?
Thank you.
You was
That part.
27. Now, if anybody, and now again, they didn't do nothing 10 years ago. So I'm not saying she was wrong in that way. I'm just adding those numbers to give this a little bit of context when we look at the shit of why it feels nasty that she messed around with Sharice's son. Sharice should have slapped the shit out of Ashley on some real nigga shit at that table when she told her that she messed around with her son. Most mamas would have flipped that restaurant over in half. Yo, that's her kid. And
Yep.
then the way Ashley said what she said to her was weird and creepy. She sat there and said it like Mr. Burns. She was leaning down and smearing up. And
I touched your son. I kissed your son.
yeah. And if it went a little further, it wouldn't have tapping her mouth and shit. She told it like a creep. You know what I'm saying? The way she told her it happened was creepy as fuck. She
It
didn't
was
even
Michael
help her own
Darby. She was all
case.
like Michael Darby.
It was very that. And so I just to me on a code level, you wrong for messing around with your friend's son.
Yeah, it wasn't
Flat
the
out.
age, it was
But what
the
disturbs me even more is the fact that she brought it to the show. Because then it looks like you willing to use what may be some very real feelings that Charisse could develop because of this, right? You don't really give a fuck how Charisse feel about you fucking around with her son. You're willing to use it on the show to bring interest to your life. I thought that was weird, personally. I
I would
don't
have
think
been
what they
mad
did was wrong. I just thought it was weird. Yeah.
if I was Charisse, I'd have been mad. Can you not show your butthole on camera?
Wait. We covering booty holes now. What is this Christmas special?
Oh, just open up, just the
I'm
bone.
not open. Not open ass. Okay.
We got open ass on the Christmas special.
Oh wow. Mm.
Well,
Really
going
quick,
with the
Fat
theme,
ass.
going with the conversation. Yeah, it ain't the age difference. It's the fact that that's your friend's kid. Like that's hella weird. That's definitely weird.
Right.
But you guys, what if she thought that, okay, I know I'm desperate for relevance and Charisse is desperate for relevance, so maybe we could do this together. Like maybe she thought that Charisse wouldn't mind because it would have made them relevant.
Not too much on Charisse. Blue.
What? No, but I'm saying, no. Thinking about it.
Charisse, Dustin, and Blue. Claudia's out of this mode. Look.
Wait,
okay.
are we in trouble?
Dustin and Blue. Charisse said
Okay.
she just wants to pop in and pop out and play with the girls at 60.
She did. She said, look, I'm just 60. I don't want to be doing all this bullshit. No, that's what she said. And that's
Not too much on Charisse. Blue.
Exactly, not too much with Charisse. I agree.
right, Blue. Right. Hello.
Charisse.
Yeah.
We're aligned. This is alignment. Yeah, agreed. Look at that.
Not too
Even
much
the cat's more relevant.
since 2010. Yeah.
Y'all. Anyways, but what Claudia is actually not in the doghouse, but Claudia, I will say this. Claudia gets recapper of the week because she clocked something last week, Blue and Dustin, that was very mercurial.
Oh my god!
I did. Claudia clocked something last week that gagged me, and Dustin and Blue. As I was watching this episode, I said that fucking Claudia Jordan. No, she'd be right. So as we are looking into Wendy's scene, okay. This is Wendy renovation of the home. I do not want to get this wrong because I want to make sure that I accurately state what occurred. Okay. Wendy has renovated her home. She talked about how she wants to, build a pool and everything else. And when they started talking about numbers, there was a music cue to highlight exactly the fact that they are talking about money. And in that moment, I was watching with somebody, and we both said Claudia was right when it comes to the fact that Claudia, you won. They are definitely highlighting all financial conversations that Wendy and Eddie are having, and that was evident in that scene. Claudia, take your baddie chain. There you go, girl.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, friend.
Thank you very much. I just felt it coming. I do predict in the coming episodes they're gonna keep leaning into that more and more and more, because why wouldn't they? They're taking advantage of what's happening in their real life, and it's also like a scene that would be not a big deal that probably wouldn't have made the editing room floor, like the cutting room floor, the editing. I can't even say this shit right, but you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Would be edited out, like a conversation about the renovations. Yawn. But now, not so much, because everyone's looking for, ooh, what did they say? Wait, how much is that?
Mercurial.
Oh, it's very mercurial. So now
a drinking game. Mercurial sip.
So
Claudia,
now they
can I ask you a question? Claudia, can I ask you a question?
Mhm.
As the money expert, when the courts and the prosecutor said Wendy and Eddie barely have any money, how much is that? How little does the money have to be for the courts to make a statement that? Because that confused me a little bit.
I think it's relative to like what your monthly output is. You know what I mean? Like, say if your mortgage is $7,000 and your cars and stuff like that is, say your bills are 11 and you got 50 racks in the bank. That's not money for what you are working with. I don't know what that means though. Actually, with them, you know, I don't know what their overhead is, but I don't know. But they said they had 67 credit cards allegedly. So if you're living on credit, which I don't understand that though, because okay, people can come for Wendy and her husband, but let's be very clear. At the end of the day, after all the years she's been on that show, she's at least pulling in $750. Okay, on the low end.
Wait, what are you saying? 750,000 for each season? Are you saying that?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I would say probably at least I could be comfortable and say she's at least making $600,000 a year. Would you say that's fair, you guys? As many years?
Six is definitely fair.
600,000
with 8 degrees in a household. Yeah,
8 degrees, and then he's making money. So you could say at the very least the two of them together are pulling in $1 million a year.
But how much is Eddie Hennessy making though?
Who's Hennessy?
Eddie Hennessy, because the
allegedly, Claudia, they're saying that he went by Eddie Hennessy as he was applying for credit cards. Is that the case, Blue?
No, the credit cards were granted to Eddie Hennessy and Pam Oliver.
And to piggyback off of that, just to update you guys, they did go to court. You have to hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They did go to court, and according to the Baltimore Sun, a Carroll County judge ordered Wendy and her husband to turn over financial records in the case, rejecting the defense arguments that the subpoenas were overly broad. So again, according to the Baltimore Sun, they are saying that Wendy and Eddie have to turn over the financial records.
I like Wendy. This sucks.
Me too.
Yeah, this sucks.
It really ain't shit for us to say, man. This shit looks fucked up. It looks bad for them.
Yeah.
You know, we want the best for them. And the more information that we seem to be given about their case, it doesn't look good for them in the end. And I really hate to see that, because I hope that what they're being accused of is not true. So I don't know. I'm holding out hope for them, man. I really am.
Do y'all think it's not
Be
true?
it Wendy and Eddie or Pam Oliver and Eddie Hennessy, whoever the hell they are. You know what I'm saying? I'm holding out hope for them, because I don't want them to go through no bullshit unnecessarily. So
do y'all think it's not true? Do y'all think it's true?
Her mother's making me see why, if it was true, why it would be true. Like the mother scenes.
We're going to get into that.
It's true. Yeah.
But before we get to the mother scene, we have to talk about KK and Greg. Kiana and Greg. Dustin Ross, take your baddie chain. So as we talked about in the previous episode, we know that Kiana's boyfriend, Greg, or fiance rather, I believe. No, they're not engaged. Boyfriend, Greg, went to the jewelry store looking for engagement rings with Angel and KK's mom. In this scene, it has been revealed that Kiana is going to move back in with Greg. And Greg gave her a gift. And instead of buying an engagement ring, he bought a picture frame. He did
Why
say,
are we at the show? Why are we filming at the jewelry store if we're not buying jewelry? Why?
This
There
is
are
the
a
second week in a row.
million fucking other places to film. A million. We don't know nothing about Greg other than that he is obviously being a team player on filming day. That's all we know about Greg. I say that to say there's so much room for them to explore in getting creative with what kind of scenes they film. Kiana, who I love and want to continue on this cast, has got to have a conversation with Greg about how he plays into this. You know what I'm saying? Because this whole pursuit of a ring, I feel like that is unfair to Kiana. Why are we so hyper focused on whether or not he gets engaged to her or he proposes to her? When hell, we don't even know this nigga yet. We ain't seen nothing other than him acting weird last year and now being Mr. Nice Guy this year. We want to get to know the middle too. He's so busy, he able to buy all these houses and shit and condos. What do you do? Let's see him at work. Let's see some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like let's tap into something else other than him just doing what I feel is like just it's just not gonna be a fruitless pursuit, right? Like, why are you trying to shape shift into whatever kind of guy these people think you need to be? If you don't, what did Carlos? You produced Candy's wedding special. What did Candy tell Carmen when they decided to part ways professionally? If you don't want to do it, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? You remember that part, don't you, Carlos? And that is what we need to tell Greg and Kiana, right? Kiana, if you don't want to feel that pressure about people clocking your relationship and shit and running a timeline on you, don't do it. Just show you and Greg having a good time. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel, man. I feel like they just need to be tapped on the shoulder and told that they don't have to show what these people want to see. You just have to be authentic and have a personality. Let's show that. That's all.
They're
And
gonna fuck
that
around.
picture frame was stupid as fuck. Gifting her that picture frame was dumb.
And I felt like they were in on the joke too, by the way. I felt like, Claudia, I'm gonna have you finish what you want to say. I felt that the picture frame was a gag gift that Kiana was in on.
They laughed at.
Yeah, it was. Everything Dustin said, I agree with it. Claudia Jordan, go ahead.
I didn't think that she was up on it. I thought she was excited when she opened out that it was going to at least be a tennis bracelet or a bracelet, or ankle ring, or ankle bracelet or something. Shit, a toe ring.
Yeah.
And, don't buy me a goddamn picture frame from a jewelry store. You better buy me a picture frame from Target or from something like that. Don't be buying me no picture frame from a jewelry store. That would piss me the fuck off. How dare you? And
but that's my point. But Claudia, that's my point. That's my point. I feel like in real life, I'm with Dustin. I think Greg is playing playa for the cameras, and Kiana needs to provide something of her life. I think in real life, I don't see a woman, Claudia or Blue, receiving a picture frame instead of an engagement ring, and you not popping off and slamming that bitch and like throwing it against the wall. That's why I was like, her reaction to me was too safe.
I felt like she was embarrassed and she was trying to play it off, like, you know, oh, what she say their signs are?
We're two types of terrorists.
Yeah.
And so, we like frames. That's not how astrology works.
I think she was trying to save face when she was in the confessionals. That's what I got. How did you feel that, Blue? I felt like she was trying to save face, like it's no biggie. That's it's two Sagittarius, whatever the sign was. That's just what we do. No. You was mad because you're in the first row, second week in a row that people played in our faces. First, the week before, Giselle and Wendy driving G-Wagons, did no purchases get made. Then this week, a jewelry store and a goddamn picture frame gets bought. which was it really bought from the jewelry store, or did you put it in the bag from the jewelry store and buy it from Target? Who knows? But I'm just saying, I'm sick of that shit. Don't do that shit to us no more. Next time y'all go in a store, goddamn it, come out with something and not something that don't come from a jewelry store. Please knock it off.
That's like going to Foot Locker for orange juice. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
And you embarrass your girl doing that shit by getting her a picture frame. Like it's like when someone gives you a big box for Christmas, and then inside there's a smaller box, then a smaller box, then a small box, and it's a jewelry box. You think, oh, it's a ring, and it's some stupid shit. Like, no.
Yeah.
You guys, can we be honest? I have a strange niggling feeling.
Niggling?
Not niggling.
This is why using vocabulary words to niggle. Yes, look it up. It's a word.
To niggle? To niggle. Can we use that as a material?
I have a niggling feeling that this is a scheme that Kiana set up. Listen, stick with me for a second. Imagine it, Sicily, 1940. I went back and watched a little bit of last season.
Blue with an Niggel? Niggle?
Yes. It's a word of the day, right? Angel's word of the day. So I have a niggling feeling because last season, because I did go back, Kiana was getting clowned a lot last season for being a gorgeous woman chasing a dusty man who rejected her, right? What if
fault to niggle?
Yes. What? I told you niggling. What if the original scheme was this season, you got to show them that you really F with me and that you didn't really reject me. And so they agreed, he agreed with her that the whole point was I'm going to have a redemption arc this season to show that you and I have a reciprocal relationship. And she didn't realize he's still cheap though. So she's thinking, we have this scheme that this is your redemption arc. You're going to do things along with my other alias, Angel, to show up, and she's going to use her Maya Angelou voice. I remember, back in the day when you guys were, do the whole thing that she did with her Maya Angelou voice. Y'all are going to redeem my relationship. But unfortunately for her, Greg he's still dusty. And so that picture frame moment when she's thinking, ta-da, it's going to be a thing. I do agree with Claudia as a woman that she thought she was going to get something along with their plan to make her feel redeemed. And when she got the picture frame, she had to save face because they had agreed this was the redemption arc season. So I actually think they wanted to go to the jewelry store because it was part of his redemption arc, but he just keeps on deviating from the plan and she has to save face.
So you hear me? He said, I got to move some stuff around my credit cards. And he kept, I'm like, stop saying that. Like, it's giving excuses. Like,
I think they're in on it together. I actually think they're in on it together.
That's what I was saying. But I don't think at all that she was surprised by the picture frame.
He lied to her, Carlos. He lied to her. He made her feel like I actually am going to step up. And she's finding, like Angel, she's finding out in real time that shit is dustier than she thought.
Ain't no way in hell a woman as successful as Kiana Stewart, as beautiful as Kiana Stewart, and now with access to opportunity and celebrity that Kiana Stewart has, is going to just simply be putting up and getting along to get along with a nigga like what we've seen Greg to be so far.
And
there
yet she's
has
with
got
him.
to be more to the story. There's got to be more to the story. I don't know. You know, maybe he has two penises. I don't know. All I know is, you know what I'm saying? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. But what we do know
gotta be something.
Kiana is pretty, and I want her to stay on the show. And I ain't never turning on her. I don't give a fuck. I ain't never turning on Kiana.
I want Kiana to stay on the show.
On the show, yes.
I agree.
And I can say this because Kiana don't mind because we already talked about this anyway. When I was in Jamaica sometime this year and I ran into KK at the airport, Greg was there. And this was around the time that the world thought they had broken up. And what she has said on the show already, that's why it's not a secret. What she has said on the show was the Jamaica trip was his way of showing and proving that I am the man that you deserve. Right?
He love bombed her, Carlos. He love bombed her. I'm telling you, my niggling feelings be right. I'm not wrong this early. He
But
love
are they
bombed her,
mercurial?
and she's finding out in real time that he's still that nigga.
A mercurial niggling feeling.
Yeah.
The raindrops want to
Yeah.
know how to spell it, and the chat won't let me spell it. Maybe it thinks I'm trying to spell nigger.
Yes, don't say it, Claudia. I don't want to get banned.
N-I-G-G-E-L.
Lila,
N-I-G-G-E-L.
ban her, please. No.
It won't let
But-
me post it.
The thing is this. Everyone knows I am a Kiana Stewart stan, and I'm with
Hell
Justin.
yeah.
I want her to come back next season. I also want Jazzy to come and be a full-time housewife too.
Everybody
With
but
that-
Angel.
With that being said,
Aw,
I
sorry,
want more for Kiana, and
Yeah.
I'm with all of you guys. I just, and at least I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. It does pain me to see a beautiful, accomplished woman accepting bare minimum from any man. And I'm just and Kiana, if this is a scheme that y'all set up, baby, this ain't it. If this is who Greg really is, I'm gonna need you to fast and pray and ask a divine power if this is the man for you. I don't know, Greg, but I'm with Dustin 100%. I know more about King and Quad. I know more about, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm invested in King and Quad's relationship. I am not invested in Greg and Kiana's relationship because I don't know Greg.
Neither
And
is
when
Greg.
That's why he came out of Radcliffe with a goddamn photo frame.
Alignment. Neither is Greg. Neither of you's invested. That's the problem.
That picture frame pissed me off.
That
No,
picture
it
frame
did.
is
Kiana the
girl.
kind of woman you want to put jewelry on. Look how she be up in her
Yes.
shit. She always
She
wears
is
high
stunning.
fashion. Yeah, like you should want to like dip her, make her. You know what I'm saying? Like you should want to do things like
But
that for her.
Dustin,
It
Mariah
didn't
the
have to be
scientist
a
just got
wedding
engaged to
ring.
her Greg.
He could have got her a tennis bracelet, a little $10,000.
Yeah, thank you,
bracelet.
Claudia. It could have been anything: an ankle bracelet, a tennis bracelet, a fucking bust down Cuban. It could have been any damn thing. It didn't have to be a wedding set.
You can get
Like,
a
I
bust
just
down
don't
Cuban
know.
for 20 racks. A bust, nice
And
bust
fuck
down. for 20
fuck
racks.
whoever was working that day at Radcliffe and sold it to him. Fuck
You
you
mean
too,
Target?
because whoever it was that sold him that picture frame, you should have said, "Nah, I know you ain't finna leave out of here with a goddamn picture frame."
I
Okay,
am
And that
done.
big ass bag, too.
right?
Oh, hell no. I'd been pissed.
That's my point. I thought it was
Respect.
crazy. Okay. Speaking of piss, we have to get to the moment everybody's been waiting for, which
Speaking of piss,
Right.
Let me
What
tell you
kind of
something.
segue?
Baby, speaking of piss, baby,
she was
Wendy's
hot.
mother.
She was so bad.
We gotta get to Wendy's mom. So listen, Dr. Wendy is trying to establish some form of relationship with her estranged father. They spoke on the phone. The producer said, because I know how this works, y'all. When Wendy put the guy on FaceTime, it's because the producer was saying, "Can we see the man? Like, can we see him?" That's why she said, "Can you go on FaceTime?" And he did. Her father looks like Eddie, her husband.
Right.
They look just alike, and it's interesting because obviously, for a lot of girls, not all, you do marry your dad, whatever. With that being said, he appears to be this charming guy, and you could tell Wendy is longing for a relationship. Baby, cut to the day or two next, and cut to Wendy's mom and her sister come in, and Wendy. This is when Wendy, and y'all know I love Wendy, and I told this to Wendy in my interviews. I'm not saying anything shady. Wendy produces her scenes before the producers come in the house, right? Wendy knows exactly what she's gonna say, talk about. Eddie is prepped. Eddie is following script. Wendy is the head of that household, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Wendy runs shit. When Wendy tells her mother, "Hey, I just speak to my dad," and the mother was going off, and Wendy said, "Okay, this is getting real. Kids go upstairs." And the moment that Wendy pointed her finger at the mom, and the mom said, "Don't you point your fucking finger at me. I'm not one of the kids or these girls. Okay? You're not gonna do that to me." And the sister co-signed it. That's the moment Wendy was like, this is going off script. And Wendy did not know how to take control back of the scene. That's what I was watching when I saw it. Her mother said, shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. Wendy is trying to explain to her and make excuses for her dad. And her mom is like, I'm the one that raised you, worked 4 jobs, did all these things for you. He didn't do shit. So much so, you and your family flew to Africa miles away. Your own children who you're trying to send upstairs. Okay? He didn't even make time to see them. And you want me to stop with that? And the sister low-key was having the mom's back. Wendy looked over it. Eddie tried to come in to diffuse it. Blue to loose, mother. I'm gonna start with you.
Oh no, okay.
I'm gonna say this. I called one of my girlfriends who had 2 kids at a young age, and the father was not in their lives. Unfortunately, this man was in jail by his own doing. And she and I spoke about the scene, and she said, I am 100% on Wendy's mother's side, because as a mother with a deadbeat baby daddy, nothing irritates a mother more than when their kids try to make excuses for the deadbeat guy who did nothing. And she said, as a mother, I understand Wendy's mom, because the kids have no idea the sacrifice you do and the sleepless nights when you're crying yourself to sleep because you are exhausted doing everything for these kids. And the man gets to live his best life and gets to go out and do whatever he wants. And you have the audacity to try to take up for him. So do you think, Blue, Wendy's mom overreacted?
I think your friend might want to see it, talk to a therapist, because that's not about the kids. That's about you. Respectfully, I hope she's watching, right?
She is watching. She's watching.
Good. Because here's the thing. Wendy's a mom too. So that card died when she had her babies. Like, you could play that card if she was like 12, 13, 14. But the fact that Wendy is also a mother with children who can now speak to you woman to woman, I think it's very dangerous when women who are bitter about choosing the wrong baby daddy or mischoosing a father for their child gets mad at their adult children for saying that's still my father. And I still want to have a relationship with him regardless of whatever happened between y'all. I think it's incredibly selfish and toxic that just because you and him didn't get along, that you're telling her to cut off any communication with a man that she wants to get to know. If she gets to know him and he breaks her heart and she comes to her own conclusions, that's her journey. You're centering yourself in your children's journey. It's incredibly selfish. It's incredibly toxic. It's normalized dysfunction. Just because it's normal doesn't mean it's okay. Just because it's normal doesn't mean it's okay. My mother cannot stand my father. But if he was still alive and I wanted to speak to him because I want to know the other half of me, God help her if she got in my way. So I'm not on the mother side, because it's a very, very toxic and common thing that a lot of mothers do, that they think just because he was a bad husband and he wasn't there when you needed him, that I don't get to know the other half of me. That's incredibly selfish. And any mothers out there who are moving like that, shame on you. Stop. Stop. Full stop.
Yeah.
Stop making it about you. Whose fault is it that you chose him? That's half of them. And on top of that, if you did want to be the only person, maybe be safe and don't tell me shut the fuck up on camera. Because now you're giving me more reason to want to get to know him.
And if
Wendy was at the end, you didn't have my back, and that's why I need somebody else who's in my bloodline to see if I can connect with them, because you guys getting up against me. You're actually proving why she wants to get to know him, because you can't keep her safe. Come on, man. No.
And if you were going to talk to me crazy like that, do not talk to me crazy like that with that wig.
Was the wig glue in the room with us for that whole scene? Was there any wig glue? Did the producer, Carla's the producer, do you guys provide wig glue?
Y'all are trying it.
Now, Wendy looked great. Sister and the mom's wigs.
Party. It was like Charrisse right here. It was like right here.
And both of them walked out that front door like their shit didn't stink. Did you see how Wendy's mama and that sister Ivy walked out that front door? Wendy's mama, that front door was making noise, the screen door and shit. That's what they need to renovate next. They need to put some WD-40 on that screen door because it was making noise when when Wendy's mama was walking out. When Wendy's mama was walking out grumbling and shit, walking out that front door and shit, after she had cussed Wendy the fuck out in that kitchen like that. Wendy's mama, I'm gonna tell you what part. First of all, let me make the serious points first.
And the sister's
Okay.
pink stretch outfit, the leggings,
Rib knit. That was a rib knit.
that
Rib
was
knit.
definitely 357. That was 35
Not
579.
357.
579.
579 and dots.
Same shit.
Now,
Yes.
Wendy mama was wrong as hell. Flat out. You wrong as hell. That your issues with Wendy's father, it would be different if if her conversation to Wendy had been, hey, I want you to be safe. I want you and your emotions to be safe. I think you should think twice before pursuing a relationship with him. I'm not gonna stop you, but he's had a pattern of whatever, whatever. There's a way to do that. When she got on there telling her, you didn't already piss me off, don't piss me more off. That's what she said. Don't piss me more off. She thought about it when she was saying it because she was just going. You know what I'm saying? And she told Wendy, shut
And
up.
adding
Shut
attention
up.
seeker.
Yeah, attention
And then
seeker,
she
all of
attacked
that.
her.
She completely attacked her. Wendy's sister completely attacked her. I think they're jealous of Wendy. I do. I think that all three of them, Wendy, the sister, Ide, Mama, Tambien, I think all three of them love attention. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? They love the camera. They've been waiting on a chance to really bring Wendy down a peg because obviously we see the presentation that Wendy's had on the show and them being her bonus characters and shit. They've been waiting on the opportunity to knock her down to size. The mother did it last time when she was determined to talk about her getting that allowance or whatever she gets. She kept wanting to talk about that, and the minute Wendy talked about her father, she completely disrespected Wendy. Now, I think what was interesting to me was Wendy's reasoning, what she cited as her reason for wanting to explore a relationship with her father. It came from a place of, it felt like she was being like just being a contrarian. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she was like, well, they don't like him, and since they don't want to fuck with him, that makes me want to because I always feel like I'm different from them. And so maybe if I explore this relationship with him, I'll have somebody on my side. To me, that's a weird place to approach getting to know your father from, especially when you're
The
willing to
rules.
go against your mama to do it. You know what I'm saying? So none of it made no damn sense to me. Also, the worst motherfucker in the whole entire scene was Wendy's no good ass father sitting over there in Africa and ought to be ashamed of himself. Ain't seen his daughter in 20 fucking years. She carried all them children over there to Africa to see his ass, and he didn't show up. And Wendy's mama was wrong for letting her do it. You tell her every other damn thing to do. You got something else to say about everything else she does. Why you didn't stop her and Eddie from going over there? Especially now that we know all the allegations, because I know the mama won't know about whatever is going on. You should have been the first one. Like, I don't think it's a good idea. You know what I'm saying? Don't go over to Africa to see him because you might not see him. Instead, you want to call Wendy idiots, make up lies about her disrespecting you. Wendy wasn't disrespectful not one damn time in that conversation to her mother. Her mother was the disrespectful person in that conversation. I was so happy to see her walking out that door making noise. Her and her daughter, Ivy, Wendy's sister, there's a meme of these ladies walking in a parking lot with like these purses on their arms and then they turn directions and they keep walking
Yep.
like that. That's how Wendy mama and sister walked out of that house after that argument. After she completely disrespected Wendy. I didn't like nothing about that. The mama and the daddy wrong as hell.
She
That's what I
disrespected
think.
Wendy and Eddie, like telling them
Very much so.
control your house and this how and then all this kind of stuff. I mean, that is a shady reason for Wendy to want to be with her dad, be cool with dad, because to have someone on the side. That I could see that would be annoying, but there was a way better way to handle that. And
Yeah.
making a scene like that and just ganging up on Wendy like that and just being super rude. I just felt like that was it just gave trying to steal the scene in a reality show more than
Yeah.
it giving a damn about how this comes off and how you want to be there for your daughter. It kind of gave shitty. And I don't really have a real great relationship with my dad either, but like it would be a big deal for me to reach out to him. And if my mom reacted like that, that would devastate me. Like, damn, mom, like, you know how hard it was for me to even try to reach out, and then you're gonna like react like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I understand he hurt you, and he was wrong for that. He's dead ass wrong for that. And I could two things be true at the same time. He could be a dead ass wrong to you, but I still could be curious.
Right.
Can I use mercurial in a way? Can I fit mercurial in a way?
No, you cannot.
Mercurial.
You cannot.
Niggle?
Niggling, you have a niggling feeling.
Why don't you
feeling.
DM Angel and ask her?
No, she won't know.
But, you know, it's hard enough. Like, there's too many of us that don't have great relations with our dad. So for your mom to react like that is crazy. But Wendy, also, if your motive is only to stick it to your sister and your mom, that's not cool either.
That's not her motive. That's the pain. You guys, one of the things we have to take seriously when people are traumatized, they say things almost like on the surface level because they haven't gone introspective. I do believe as someone who has a father like that, like a little bit of tea. I just found out 2 months ago that my daddy I have a little sister. I just found out 2 months ago.
How old is your little sister?
6 months younger than me.
Oh,
and her mama is my mother's best friend.
Oh, wow.
Just found this out. And I said, Mom, I'm in my 40s. What you mean? Because I said, you know, I'm my daddy's youngest child. She's like, no, you're not. Carol had the other one a couple months later. That's why I don't talk to her no more. I said, now hold on, bitch. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Now, like, you know, Black families will drop a thing like that right around Thanksgiving and expect you to just pass things, right? In that moment, I said, Mommy, if Daddy had been alive, I would have wanted to talk to him about this. And she said, well, you know how he was. Just be careful. My mother, in her mind, she's like, that's your father. I think he's a piece of shit, but he gave me you. So he did something right. That's literally what she said. He gave me you. He did something right. He was generous. He just didn't know how to put his penis away. I honestly think the Dustin thing, I think the mother was excited that Wendy was going to go to Africa and get rejected to prove a point. I think that's why, because she's selfish. A selfish person will let you walk into the fire so they can prove a point. That's the first thing. I think what Wendy misspoke about in her trauma was that I feel alone because it's 2 against 1. And I'm trying to see if there's somebody else in my bloodline who will make me feel like I belong. Did she word it incorrectly? Sure. But we've talked about this in the Braxton thing. People word things incorrectly because they have these shallow viewpoints. I think deep down, because for me, my father, sometimes I'll look in the mirror, my mother will be like, you look just like your daddy today. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. You know what I mean? And so I think and then you pick a husband who looks just like him, which by the way, makes me wonder what Kiana's daddy looked like. Maybe that's why Greg is even here, because what does Kiana's daddy look like? I'll be curious. Can we get a picture of him? I'm just saying. So I think if you were a mother who was centering your child rather than centering your bank account, you would be in a space where you want to make sure that you're keeping her safe, but allowing her to figure it out for herself and being a support system. But when your mother who says, well, you know, your daddy ain't shit and I get to keep all your money because he's not around. And you and your daughter are being 2 mean girls against the cash cow who you like to bring down a notch. This is not mothering. It feels like 3 sisters arguing and the oldest sister thinks that she gets to talk the most abusive while saying, I'm trying to protect you. That's not what protection looks like. He can't hurt me, but you can. Come on.
That scene was a mess.
It was heartbreaking.
No, it was crazy. And like I said, you could tell Wendy was not expecting that to happen at all. It was really, really bad. And
it was.
Look, it was.
You know they smoked after. You know they smoked after that. After the cameras left. You know her and Eddie was like, "Shit, let me."
Oh, the Happy Eddie product.
Warm me out. You know they did.
Dustin, work for their marketing team. Wendy, if you're watching this, hire Dustin to work for your marketing.
So you know how Wendy be talking. I can't believe they said that. Did you have mama do that? You know that's what Wendy was doing. They was rolling that Happy Eddie, baby. They needed it. They did.
I did like how caring though Eddie came off with his wife.
Yeah,
he's a great man. Love Eddie
a lot.
No, Eddie's a great man. But no, that scene was crazy. We'll see what happens next week. All right. So before we let y'all go, we have a bonus story that happened. Okay, it's the last story of the year, the last hot topic. Claudia Jordan, I would like for you to take this away because apparently. Friend to the show and our friend in real life, Cynthia Bailey, name was mentioned after Peter Thomas, who is serving time in prison right now. He said in an interview with Michelle Brown that his new woman has visited him 80% of the time. And he mentioned Cynthia Bailey. And when he talked about Cynthia Bailey, he did say that Cynthia Bailey ain't shit for not visiting him while in prison, and said if I never see her again, it would be too soon.
Peter, shut up. Shut up. You Cynthia has moved on. You have moved on. Your new woman should be there supporting you. And then he went on to say that he helped her make $17 million. And Michelle Brown, stankin' ass, was sitting there grinning, sucking it up, loving it, because she's such a hater to pretty girls. She really is. She was sitting there loving it. She's such a pick-me to men. And I really don't like that, Peter. Cynthia doesn't owe you having to come. If she can make it, she can come by, but she doesn't owe you. And to put that pressure on her when you're both in other relationships, to me, is crazy. I just thought that was so wrong to put that out there. Like, that should have been a phone call or a letter. Write her a letter. Don't put that on a blog. Like that it gave clout chase. It gave attention seeking. It gave, let me go on Michelle's blog that it was very messy to a lot of women and drag my ex-wife. You know, when there's been many times that there's been some negative news stories about Peter financially, where Cynthia was dragged into it, that Cynthia never dragged you. And she
Not
could
one
have.
time.
Never dragged you. She treated you with class, even when she could have. She could have been irritated and angry about how she was dragged into these financial messes, and she never dragged you. And that's loyalty, not coming to prison to visit you. Like, I just thought that was really tacky, Peter. I'm disappointed. I hope you take that back. And to say Cynthia ain't shit, you wouldn't be as famous and known as you are if it wasn't for Cynthia putting you on the Housewives. Yeah, you were known
Right.
somewhat in the music scene, but she definitely, you being on the show with her, I mean, the storyline, y'all worked together, but let's be very clear who the star was. It was her. And you, of course, helped her storyline. But don't get carried away where you helped her make all this money, but she couldn't have done it without you. She could have. She could have brought someone else on. She could have brought her baby daddy on there, Leon, who people love to see him. She could have brought a male model. She could have brought her friend. She could have brought a date, whoever. People still wanted to rock with Cynthia. And I just thought that was it was just kind of diminishing Cynthia. And I know you're going to get mad. And you're probably going to go back on Michelle's show and say, I ain't shit. I really don't give a fuck. I really don't. I mean, I've been dragged by better. I don't care what she says about me. But I'm just saying, I just thought that was whack to do that to Cynthia. I think Cynthia doesn't deserve that smoke from you, Peter. And that's something that should have been a phone call and not exploiting her for your friend's blog to get attention. And Michelle was all very happy to drag another woman like she always does. That's why she's cursed.
Desmond and Blue, do you want to say anything?
Blue, ladies first.
Oh, y'all keep setting me up. I'm gonna be nice. Cynthia Bailey is a very classy woman. I have nothing but incredibly respectful and kind things to say about her. The restraint that she's shown for decades, should be applauded. And the fact that she has shielded you with her silence, that same silence that shielded you, now you can't attack it, right? You can't benefit from her silence and now be upset that she's not on you. And also, she's not your wife. The expectation is ridiculous. She's not your wife. She's your ex who's kept it cute. How about you follow suit?
And if you're Peter's new girlfriend, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, why you focus on your ex-wife from so many relationships ago? When I'm here holding you down, I'm coming. Am I not enough? Why are you mad that your ex is not coming when I'm showing up for you? So I give the new woman props and much respect for you going and holding it down. And I think, Peter, she should be shown more respect for showing up for you. That's who's in your life now. Imagine me being mad that my boyfriend from 12 years ago or husband is not showing up to something now. It'd be nice if they would, but they don't owe it to you. They don't owe it to you, and they should not be dragged for not coming through. They don't have to. They have no responsibility to anymore. And I know, Michelle, you're going to make 40 videos of me now. I'm going to be your content until fucking spring. Whatever. You're welcome. Go. Hope you get a nice check off of it. Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho.
I don't really know
Dustin
nothing
Ross.
about none of this. I don't know nothing about none of this because it just seems like a weak story to me. I don't understand what's newsworthy about Peter complaining from jail that Cynthia, his ex-wife, 2, 3 relationships ago, has not come to visit him in jail. To me, it's just literally like by definition a moot point. So I don't really know what's even newsworthy about that. It's ridiculous. The notion of him being upset about Cynthia not visiting him in jail is ridiculous. And that's probably why we haven't heard Cynthia say shit about it. You know what I'm saying? We know Cynthia Bailey is a woman that chooses peace. She's a woman that chooses to like take the high road and the high ground, which is why she left him on the road and moved on down the road with her life. And so he might say Cynthia ain't shit, but what we do know is that Cynthia is the shit, which is why he married her and was willing to be such a gleeful participant in her tenure on the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Not
Peter
gleeful.
showed up and showed he was a gleeful participant. He was happy to be there and happy
He
to
had a
be getting the
piece.
attention that was on the show. He was happy to be getting the attention that was on that he got on that show. It helped his brick and mortar businesses thrive. His
Yeah.
businesses wasn't closing when him and Cynthia was together. That shit, he
Mm.
didn't start seeing those misfortunes until after they broke up. And even after then, when the real newsworthy headlines came out about the lawsuit and shit like that, Cynthia even handled that with grace. So taking a phone call from jail or him having a phone interview from jail about his feelings or whatever as he's sitting back thinking about it. I just didn't understand why that's newsworthy. So much like Cynthia, we just move on past that shit, man.
And she's in a new relationship. Like, how's that gonna like play with your new
Yeah.
guy? Oh, I'm gonna go
It's
see
just
my
not
ex-husband in
news.
prison and go get
It's not
searched.
news. It's ridiculous. It doesn't even make sense. So I felt like we even wasting energy, to be honest with you. It's just not newsworthy.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
so we're gonna end with the super chats, the last super chats of the year. Claudia, Blue, and Dustin. Let's see what these messy raindrops have to say. We got page 4128. Right, Dustin. When you respond to comments, you give the trolls, haters power. We got that real DYL. Toya was drunk. Let's talk about that. T.
She
SD
was.
Mac 1339. She told him to shut up and eat a biscuit. SD Mac 1339 also said, your partner should encourage you to be your better self. They should not encourage or tolerate you acting a shrew. Eugene and Damon, not Damon, do better. Why is Damon in it? Hey, Queen Sheridan, Angel better pull a Porsche at the reunion. We got Kadia Toure 7098. If a man had went after his friend's daughter,
Shake the table. Yep.
That's we're talking about Ashley allegedly sleeping with Charrisse's son. Points are made. We can talk about that in the new year. If a man that is 27, I'm sorry, if a man is 37 that slept with his homeboy's daughter who was 27, will this be an entirely different conversation? I say yes.
They'd be fighting.
Yeah,
Who he knew since she was
100%.
17. Who he knew since she was 17.
Yes, y'all would call that grooming and everything. That is
You
true, though. That
would.
is true.
Yep.
That is that good point. Sweet Honey X, prime example why Karen said it's season 1. She doesn't want Ashley. Y'all are she doesn't want Ashley around her daughter, but yet Giselle and Stacey can't be around kids and husbands. Okay. Monica Dennis said if that was a 30-some-year-old man, like one of the ex-husbands being intimate with the castmate's daughter, it would have been a serious problem. Caribbean gal says 67 cars, Wendy, 67. And you allowed on the show with y'all are being
What was that?
Claudia, you saw it.
No, I saw mama something.
Be nice, raindrops. Okay.
I
Page
didn't see it, but I just put the context clues together.
It was a lot. They said that a lot in the comments. I was like, what does that mean?
Page 4128 said Giselle said Greg told her that Kiana wants too much house and ring. Giselle said that on the after show last night. I also heard he leased the condo. Okay. Caribbean gal said I would have gave Greg what Toya gave Eugene. Okay. The F. Oh, Will said, I want what Claudia and Dustin on because y'all have been cracking up all night. Low key. Miyago 46. Carlos, I looked up the Radcliffe Jewelers. Come on, Raindrop. Let's say they definitely don't sell picture frames.
Target.
He doesn't have enough respect to at least put a picture in the picture frame. As the Mac 1339, Clock It Blue, Wendy giving her money in gratitude for her sacrifice. She should support her daughter in her journey. Give her counsel. I think they are the reason she is insecure in many ways. And our last one is Mrs. Chazo 5. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I love you all. Carlos as my lavender hubby for Christmas. I like a live show in 2026 with the 4 of you at the City Winery in Atlanta.
It's very specific.
Right.
Okay, all right.
We
Come
spoke
on,
about
lavender.
that being
Let's
specific.
do it.
I
Can I
know.
read
So
a
look,
comment from one of the raindrops? It was so they kept saying they used the word mercurial, and since that's been the word of the night, Mr. False Hate says Klarna said Angel to be a mercurial catfish.
Oh,
listen, Raindrops, Claudia, Dustin, and Blue, have a mercurial Merry Christmas. I love
I rebuke
Y'all
that.
too.
I want material Christmas. What?
Actually, listen, have a safe and Merry Christmas. I love you guys so much.
I
We
love y'all
will
too.
have more to come in the new year. And I'll see y'all tomorrow, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern, my reality star of 2025.
We love y'all, Raindrops. Love you, Carlos, Claudia, and Blue. Great
Thank
year.
you. Yes.
Love y'all. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.